So today we are going to learn about site, about creating a building pad, topography, and creating your sheet. How you can create your sheet and place all the views, and you print those. And at the last, we will learn about rendering. Okay, so let's move forward. Uh, so for that, for creating your topography, you go to this massing and site tab, and there you have this topo surface. Okay, so you generally create your site plan. You say uh, this,
Oh, you're a little
yeah.
loud.
Okay. Am I clear now?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So for this creating your site plan, you can use this topo surface option. For your topographical map, you can create with this topo surface. So for creating this topographical map or your site plan, you always go for this uh, site. So there, when you open one project, so there will be one site you already created. So let me create one new file. So for that, let's go this metric architecture limited and click on OK. And within this floor plan, you will have this site option, and there you will create. Okay. So this one you are having this. This is your project base point. Okay. So this is always located in the center. All right. So you can change it after this also. You can change the positions for this. So this will locate all the northeast value and elevations and will be true northeast values. When I select it, it will show. Okay. So let's create a topographical map first. So uh, here you can place points, and accordingly you can create your topographical map. And for each and every point, you can give the elevation height for each and every point. So let's know how we can create our topographical map with this place point option. So here, if you place with this zero elevation, it will have no height, and it will be at the ground level, match the ground level. And let's give some height, and let's place it over here, and let's place more. Okay. Uh, let's uh, giving more elevation height so that you can properly understand how this elevation value affect your topographical map. Uh, okay, so after that, let's finish this finish surface, and you can check in 3D as well. So this is your let's change this to realistic, and accordingly you can check. Okay. Just give me a second. I have a visitor. Yeah, thank you. So, Here you can see that this is your topo surface you have created right now, and if you go with the section box, to check the section box, and to go through like this, and see closed, edit. So you can, after that you can hide this section box. Go to this hiding tool and hiding elements. So, and above that you can place your building, and suppose you want to excavate, and for that what you should do, you go for building pad, and so you first draw your building pad, and
In Massing and site only you went.
sorry,
In Massing and site only you went.
yes, in that there is one option, building pad, this
Okay.
option, building pad. Now so you already know how to give this slope arrow. So if you need to create any slope there, so you can define the slope, which side there will be slope and how much slope will be there, so that you can define with the slope arrow. Now let's go with this, and if you want to change any properties, so there you can go to this edit type, and here you can provide what will be the thickness for this building pad. So like a PCC bed, you can say this using one PCC bed, and you can go, you can give the height offset how much you are going to excavate. So generally the foundation depth will provide here like minus 2100, or here you can define the label where it will be placed, so accordingly you will get the result. Okay, you are not getting, because it's going beyond the level one, and at first there is so uh, so what you can do is you can come to this elevation, elevation, and there you can see this is present. This is your building pad there, and you can provide one label there. So LL is the shortcut, and let's choose this one. Give it a offset value. This, this place one, and um, so here it is level 3, and we can provide a name as well. So here I'm not going to provide a name right now. So what we do is we will come to level 3D, and then select your building pad. Okay, so this is my building pad. Or else you come to this elevation, and you can define this, specify the level, that is level 3 right now, and where is level 3? It's not. see. Just change the one. Okay, so still not coming. Maybe there's uh, should be getting that. Here you can see that this building pad is present within this level, so it should be coming. Right, so uh, this thing you can check it in just for your visibility purpose. Because I'm facing the problem, so visibility, let me change this to ground floor. Okay. This is the building, and above that you can place digital building, and you can place all your columns and your footings there, your isolated footings, your foundations, your everything you can start creating from this, and from this also. Get if you give the building pad the thickness, so you may have the idea that how much you excavated, the volume of excavation you can get from this also. Like you can give the volume for this, proper height or proper thickness for this. So for from this you can have the volume of this. So it will give you the idea that how much you excavated.
So I can't hear you like clearly.
Am I not audible?
Clear. Like,
Okay. Uh, and now,
yeah, now it's good.
okay. So what I told that if you give the proper thickness to this uh, ground level, okay, for this building pad, so it will match this thickness. So accordingly, you will have the proper volume. So here you can see that for this pad, you are having this volume right now. So if you match this level, so it will give you that how much you excavated, what is the volume for your excavation, that uh, those details you will have. So now come to this massing inside. So board, suppose you want to create one board. So for that, what you can do is you can split this surface and you can create one board for this. So let's create one board. Now, so I'm trying this. Maybe I can face error because it's not uh, splitting this surface. So maybe I can face error or no. So here you can see. So uh, this surface is properly done. Properly, we have divided this surface. Okay, so for this you can change it after that also. So you can edit this surface. Okay, again you can create like this. Okay. this. Let's see. Yeah. So this is your role, okay. But you see right now that this is matching the property, the material is same. So for your uh, road, there will be different materials. So what we can do is we can go to this material and there we can provide asphalt, right? So let's see. Yeah, so this one should be there and applying, okay. And now you can see, so this is your road created and these edges are there, so there you can create your road curves and you can place it with your families. You can place your road curves there and you can place, suppose you want to create one parking lot, so that with this parking components, so you just place, okay. Now let me just show you that again you go for this split surface and create one, or else what you can do is well, so let me create one. This let's go to definite. And this, this is, and here you can use some come to this massing inside and you can go for this parking component, and this is already created, so you can choose which one you want to go with. So accordingly you can place, so you can just go with this, and this is placed, okay. uh, so you can place your parking components, and if you need to place any car or side components like tree, you can go with this, okay. So this tree you can place with this side component. So come to this massing and site and go for the side component, and let's choose this one, and let me check in this like this, and let me uncheck this section box over here. And now here you can see, that's because there was this section box was there, so I was not properly placing this. Uh, so now here you can see this tree is placed, and you can change, you can drag the positions. So this within this realistic, okay. And what you can do is you can change this height, whatever you can. change the type, and within this also you can change the height, you can modify the height, and what will be the render appearance. You can define all of this. So these things you can properly apply, and uh, and if you have any a car and anything like that loaded, or those things are already there in the library, so you can come to this, and here you can come, and here you can see these things are there. Okay, like
File
this.
doesn't get heavy with all these elements.
Sorry,
The file doesn't get heavy after all these elements.
I cannot hear you properly.
Hello,
Oh,
hello.
hello. Yes, can you
The
hear
file
me?
doesn't become, the file doesn't become heavy after placing all these elements.
Obviously, it will be heavier. So it depends upon on your system configuration. If it is not that good, it may lag.
Okay.
Yeah. If you work with shaded or wireframe or hidden line, so it will lag less.
Okay.
These things you can place after going to site, and the Google like this, and you can from this you can choose and show and select. Alright. This is for parking, and come to accessories and see if there is anything which you require. So these things are there like this. So if you need any one, you can choose logistics. So these things are there. Okay. So like construction truck, you can open this, and you can see you can place it like this. Okay. Change the material again. Yeah, exactly. Cable. And after placing this, if you want to change the position, your arrows within your keyboard. Okay, and if you want to change the orientation, you can place space bar. Okay, so you can place, and this thing, if you want to, suppose you want to change it, and what you can do is you can come to this merge surface, and you can merge this two, and this will become one, and you can change the area again, or you can create a new surface with this split surface. Okay, and also you can define one, what I can say is the sub region. Okay, so that you can create also like one sub region you can create like this, like this, go with, so this. Okay, so now it's like a merge surface, and after this also you can change it. Okay, properties you can change, and for this, let me show you how you can apply proper material. So if you come to this AC material, and here you will find miscellaneous option, and under that you will find, and if you're not finding the grass option, so what you can do is you can create your own, or let's first search if there is any grass. So this grass material is there, and you have to document it within this, so you choose this one. So this two option is similar. I hope you remember this two. In AutoCAD we have applied these two options, so it is like the similar. So you add material to this document, or to go this, you add material to document, and also open the material editor. at the same time. So now let's change this. If you want to change anything, so click on this, and you can change the texture that you can change. Okay, so change, and if you want to change this image, so from this is the path where it is saved. Well, it is saved by Autodesk when you install this Revit software. So in this program file, common file, Autodesk shared materials texture. And after this texture, you can choose any folder, and under this you find materials, and then you will find all the list of materials over there, and change it to thumbnail so you have the idea. And it is placed alphabetically. So come to G, you will find some grass. Okay, so this is there, some grass. Okay, so you can choose this one or whatever you like, you can choose and go with this. And if you want to choose any bump option, so it is there. So you can also define any bump map. Okay, so this want to, so there will be bump written over there. Okay, so you have to choose that, or else you can choose any other as well. So here you can see that there you see this is specifically for bump. Okay, uh, I hope you can see in the name, right? This tick dot bump is, so you can choose others as well. So there is nothing to worry, like you can choose any other, so that will work properly or not. So it's not like that. It will also work. Uh, Let me just choose this one, and click on again and apply, and okay, and it's applied. And here you can see this is your site. And this is another surface area. Suppose here you create some gardening, or this is your gardening area, so that's why you have created this sub-region. So
So then this can be also done using split surface. Now, what is the difference?
yeah, it's kind of similar. Okay, the split surface, you were splitting that, actually that will count as a single. Okay, those two means it's kind of similar. You can say that this is similar thing. These two is kind of similar. Okay, uh, but for this sub-region there is one difference, that sub-region, these two region are separate. Okay, sorry, this split surface. For this split surface, when you split the surface, that surface is those are two different surfaces created. Okay, but this is count as the part of this whole surface. It is still not. You can say it is still not individual. Okay, so it is the internal matter of Revit, how it's calculated. Okay, uh, with this also you can merge these two surfaces. Okay, so with this merge surface you cannot merge. Okay, yeah, so that's the difference. So we cannot merge, as because this is still the part of this, right? This is still the part of this total topo surface. So that's why you cannot merge. And when you split it, so two different surface you can merge. So when you split, they are two different, and create individual, make it a different, separate. So then you can merge. Okay, and now and let me show you one more thing, that the topo service, there is one option is also there. Like you can go for this point file if you have any Excel data, and from Civil 3D if you have any coordinates. So those files you can load it here, and accordingly you can create. And you can load your DWG files if it is there. Let me show you that also. I have one. So for that, let me just create one separate. Like go to this new new project, okay, and let me create. Let me just check if I have one. Uh, Let me just check if I have that one or not. Or else what we can do is we can create one, okay, and can create one. Let's see. No, I don't have right now. So let me just create one. Okay, so let's come to this. Uh, so let me just create one. Okay. So how you can point, okay, or else you have another option that is draw panel. There is this multiple point option is there, okay, so this like this you can okay, so these points are created, and if you want to specify your control lines, so that you can specify with these lines, so that you can specify this line. You want to specify or else you can just close. So you have the points also. So if you want to change any points z value, so that you also can do. Like properties you have, so here you can change the z values. Like let me give okay. So that point is there. Okay, so this point is there, but as we have already created this point, so we have to create the control lines again. Okay, so this how you can create simply this option, and just save it quickly, and let me just show you how you can load uh, it in desktop, and let me just Revit. Is this Revit screen visible?
Yes, sir. Blank one.
Okay. All right. So now you come to this topo surface. Okay, and you always come to this site. Always come to this site plan. Sorry, come to this site plan, and then come to masking and site. Go to topo surface and create. So there are no important elements. insert. Uh, let's come to level 1 and here let's just close. First, let's insert. Okay, so you can go this link add or import CAD and choose any option, one option. So let's go with this link add and then just stop. Let's choose this and you can choose any option and let's go with this meter or millimeter and okay, where it is. So this is too small. Okay, so don't worry about that. Just come to this masking inside, topo surface, and select from instance, and you have to select this one. And if there is any layer, so you can select that according to the layer you want to create, or you don't want any layers, so you can uncheck those, and you can click on OK. And if you want layers accordingly, so you can select all those layers and click on OK. So the yeah, so there must be some errors. Let's click on yeah. Let's click layers, and here you can see it's creating accordingly. Not it's not connecting like that. Okay. Uh, so here you can go with this finish surface, and according to the points it has created. Now you can like go to the manage option and manage the link, and this one you don't need anymore, you remove it, and this how you created your topo surface. Okay, let's see this one you have created. Okay, so if you want to change the material, you can change the material. Graph. Let's choose this. Okay, you have this. So this how also you can create your topo surface. All right, and let me just finish this. Just to not save it. So we have this one already created, and let me just finish this. All right, so here we have created, and after this, what you can do is after placing all the buildings, let me place it. Uh,
So,
come to this insert. Yes, yes,
when we create the split component, split side,
yeah.
so it takes the contour level only. Like if you make a road and the levels are different,
Mm-hmm.
then the split or the subregion takes the lines through the side level.
Yeah, accordingly it will create. Means you want to tell me that if there is uh,
Like
height
uneven,
height
yeah.
difference, right? So
Yes,
yeah, definitely it will not create a flat surface. According to the surface unevenness, it will create. Okay.
yes.
Okay. So now let's come to this link Revit and you see where I have saved the files. So here it is saved, and let me place it. So here you can see. So this one I can move it. Yeah. This is just a simple one. You can go with the proper one. And after that, what you can do is you can create your render and your walkthrough you can create after placing all of this. And the last you can uh, go for your placing all this views plan, your section, your call out, and this 3D and rendering views in your sheet, into your sheet, and you can go for printout. Okay, so that I'll come on that. And now let me just show you that how you can place your camera so that you create one perfect angle view. Okay, so architectures always create one camera, and accordingly they create their own perspective views. They don't just randomly and they it doesn't go for this rendering, right? So they always fix one camera, and that would be the perfect view. So let's just place one camera over here and over this. And here you can see that this is the camera you have placed, and rotate as well. So uh, you can change it, you can change the area, okay, or the field of view you can change like this. You can again want to rotate so that you can increase the or else you can what is you can come to this camera, and with this point you can rotate. Okay, so this point you can rotate. So you can drag, you can place, and this is the area. Okay, so if you select this, you select this camera, and if you want to change the size, so for that you have this one, and width and height you can give it. Okay, and you can go with this scale. So if you change anything in the width, so it will create one proportion with the height. So accordingly, the height will also changed. Okay, so here you can this field of view, as I was telling you. So here you can change the width and the height of your field of view. Okay, with this option, or else you can come to this 3D view. So here you can see that 3D view 1 is created. Now you can, if you want to rename it, so you can rename this, or else you can make it one perspective. Okay, uh, like perspective, can, okay, or like this is 2 point perspective. You can name it, and make sure that uh, come to this context menu and make sure that this is checked, this perspective projection is checked. Okay, and now let's come to this 3D.
So if I want to give a particular height to that camera, then
Yeah, that also you can define. So come to this south elevation, or the elevation where you have placed that camera, where you can see it. So come to this 3D, come to this camera view, and then select this, and then come to this south elevation, and then you can change the position. Okay. So generally, what will happen that if you don't select uh, this one, you will not see the camera. Okay, so the same way you have the default camera, the same way you have the default camera, but for the default camera, you don't have anything created. So that's programming set. So same like that, uh, you have to first enter within this camera view, then select the camera, and then only you can change the position from each view, like from 3D, you can change these positions, and from elevations also you can change the positions. Okay. Now let's come to this, and here you also have this walkthrough option. Is there walkthrough? So for that you have to create one path. Okay, and here you see that I'm creating this camera, right? The path I'm creating. Okay, so better you create vision, you create better. So let's go to down level, down road. Uh, Now let's create the walkthrough. Okay, so if we just place it from here. Okay, so here you have this one. Okay, so you have created this walkthrough. So when you created this walkthrough, so you have this one option, and you have to come to this walkthrough, and then you select this, and then only again you can change it. Okay, so here you can see this is right now selected, and again you can come to this option, and you can change. You have to go with this edit walkthrough option, and there you can see these are the dots where your camera is placed. Now you can come to the elevation. So here you see this is pointing towards this side, so this is you have to position it, so make sure this point uh, So now this is active camera, and you want to change anything in path, you want to change. So onto this one, and now let's see that we have 300 frames in default. So you can change that also. So go to this camera rendering settings, and you can render also, and we have this uh, walk through. This is the discipline, and this is crop region is visible, far clip, active, how much to take the distance. Okay, so these things are here. Now just let's select this active camera, and let's select this camera, and with this drag option we will direct toward this direction, and now let's just move towards this. Here you can aim. So here it is at the first frame. So now just place the camera to this direction, and if you want to change this, if you want to increase this one, so you can come to this camera. Sorry. Select select this camera and come to this size and crop, and there you can change this to like with click on OK, and this way you can increase. Okay. uh, all right. uh, Now in each and every point come to this edit walkthrough, so you can move it to next frame, and each and every frame. So here you can see this is the tool, and these are the main key frame. So this tool will define what will be the direction in between these two. So you can come to this one. So what you can do is you can select at this point, and now change this towards this way. We can drag to this point, change the focus towards this. So you know how you can change. Now let's come to this and let's change the direction, and let's come to this, and here you see that. Now let me just fix it and let me just change it. So now here you can see that it's coming like this. Okay, now we just change this. Here and here and here. Okay, so if you want to add any keyframe, you can come to this add keyframe. If you want to remove any keyframes, so you can go this remove keyframe. So this is your active camera right now. Okay. And you can again come to this edit walkthrough option, and here come to this 300. So this is if you click on this option, so this is your frame settings. So here you can see that this by default we have this 300 frame total. So you can change 300 frame to 1000 frame, like 1000 you can change, and how much frame per second. So that will define the total time. So frame per second, like 1 frame per second. So accordingly you will see that total time is 1000 seconds. So accordingly you will have. So this is uniform speed. If you want to change at any point the speed you want to change, you want to decrease, so uncheck this uniform speed, and here you can see that this is the frame one, and here you can accelerate. Okay, so this is the general speed, and this accelerator will multiply with that general speed, and okay, okay, now you can change the positions. So for that come to this south, and here you can see that you have this one, and sorry, let's just come here, and let's just cancel right now, and here you select this. Okay, and sorry, come to this walkthrough, and here you can change. So here you can have the better idea, like how much you should see, right?
So
Okay.
for each frame, you have to do this.
Yeah, for each frame you can do this. So now come to this walkthrough. This is selected, and then come to this south. Okay. So this walkthrough is selected. So it's selected right now, and then come to ground floor. Then it's selected right now, and I will come to this edit walkthrough and select this one. Then come to this south. Also, this is the active camera position. You have to change the path. Come to this path, and you want to change the positions. This path. Okay. select it. So these things should be selected, and let me choose this. Let me change the view. Okay, let's select this one, come to edit walkthrough, and you can do this, you can come to this and choose path, and here you can choose this. Okay, and choose this point, then this point at the top, this point like this, okay, and this point at the bottom. So, okay, so now what you can do is you can play this. So come to walkthrough, and you will see it. You play, and here you can see. Okay. So after this, what you should do is go to this file and export, and come at bottom, and image image and animation. Go to this walkthrough option, and you can export it. Okay. So all the frames you want to export. So there is anything you want to change. So visual style you can make it like realistic. You can make it. So this realistic it will be rendered. So it will take time. Okay. So here we don't have that much time to wait for this rendering. So I will suggest you that you please go through it and export. Okay, and please allow me to check your rendered files, video files. Okay, so if there is any doubt, I can solve it. All right, and now let's just come to this walkthrough. Or so about sheet, I think I have to cover it tomorrow. About sheet. So now just let me show you about rendering, how you can create your realistic image. So for that we have this render option, so shortcut is RR, and we also have this render in cloud option. Render in cloud is you can uh, create your rendered image in cloud. So for that you must have licensed version, then only you can do it. So now just let me show you about this render option. So for that you can come to this view, or else any particular view you can go to this, like this one also you can come. So if you go with this render option, and there you can go this region, and you can select particular area. If you want to render it only particular area, then go this region, or if you want to render the whole view, so you can go this render option. And now about quality. So you know that this option was available in AutoCAD, like as seen. So this will define how accurate your realistic image will be. So for that you can choose medium or high or best, you can choose. So for this one, your system configuration should be good enough to give you proper and quick result, okay, without any lagging. And you can choose also custom, so that will be your view specific, so that you can choose or you want to edit. So there you can specify that this will be rendered by level, how much level you want to define. So accordingly it will create, okay, and render by time to satisfaction. So you can give it. So you can choose advanced, so that you will have the precise materials and shadows, the light reflection, refraction, every details you will have with this advanced option. So you can go with this custom settings. So click on OK. So let's not go with this custom settings right now. And how much output, about the size of your output, you can define according to the screen or according to the printer, so that a bigger DPI will result into a bigger size, and the pixel, higher pixel will have. So let's just go with this one, or just go with this one. And about lighting, so this lighting and background, this and image, this is very important, these things. So about lighting, you can give it like exterior and interior, two options are there. So sun only option is there for exterior. When you want to create your realistic image in daylight, so you use this sun only option. And during the sunset time or during the sunrise time, you want to create your realistic image, where you have placed all your artificial lights and you want to see all the artificial lights effect, those things you want to add, you want to include within your realistic image, in your rendered image. So then only you can go with this sun and artificial. And when you are creating your nighttime uh, rendering, so then you will go with this artificial only. So there will be no sunlight. Uh, then your artificial light will create all the light and shadow effects. And for interiors, it's like the same. So choose options. So here I'm going to select this sun only. So I hope these things I have elaborated. You have no doubt regarding these things. If you have any doubt or question, you can ask me about these things. So let's go with the sun only, and you can change the sun settings according to the altitude and the location. So those things you can define. All right. So you can go this multi-day, and you can choose the location and date and time. So accordingly, you will have the sun effect. Okay. So you can choose it. So which location. Okay. So if you go this lighting, and it will have this altitude and this as in, you can go with. So ground plane is this one. Apply. Click on OK. Let's go this few cloud. So what the background you need, so that you can define. So these things I think I don't have to define these things. This is exactly clear with the name. Okay, so you can go with one still color. So for that, choose color, and one still background color you can define. And if you have your own image background, so then you can choose the image. And let me just show you, uh, like so you can go with this these images. Okay, like this image, and you can give it like stretched, horizontal size, or width, height. So you can go with, so width will match the width, and height will match the height of the. So you can go with stretch, and you click on OK. And let's go with this draft, so it will create the quick render output. And let's go with this screen, so it will make it quicker. And let's just render, and let's see. So it will take few times Suppose I am rendering it with the background. So here you can see there is the background, right?
So if the building is also in contour level, so then the building foundation, this building pad will also go accordingly, no?
Yeah, for the building pad, you have defined the level height. Remember that you have defined the base height a little bit down.
Okay.
Yeah. So here we have this show the model. So if you want to see the model again, so you can see it. You can do this rendering. And here we have this image option, so you can adjust exposure. So I hope you have the better idea about exposure control, highlight, and the brightness and shadows. So this, if you create this kind of shape, that will give you better result. uh, so like that, this things, this kind of things will give you better result. You can click on apply and give it some you can make it a bit lighter, intense. Okay, so click on OK, and you can change this also. So it's according to my preference. So you can do it by yourself. So I hope you have an idea now. Okay. Now after that, if you want to add this image within your project, so then go with the save to project, and within that rendering there will be one rendering window, or within this 3D views this image will be added. So for that, what you can do is perspective rendering. So let's just remove this. Okay. And here you see that this is created 2 point perspective, or we have created one. So we will check that later. Uh, or because within this 2 point perspective, I think we have created. So yeah, okay. Uh, Now, if you want to export this as a image file, so in a folder you can choose. You choose the folder, and there you can save it like JPG or Targa files or bitmap files or PNG. So after that you save it. So here it's not saved, and again you can show the model. You can show the rendering. Okay. Let's just close it right now, and here we have this. Right now here you can see this within this 2 point perspective we have this model, and if you come to this rendering, here we have this rendering image saved. Okay, so this is how we will create our rendered image, our rendered output, and all these views we will see how we can in the next class we will see that how we can place in our sheet, and we can make it ready for the final printout.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and I suggest you that please complete one project within the Revit, and
Yes, sir.
if you,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, sure. I think tomorrow we will finish our Revit class.
Sunday is fine because till Saturday it's working.
Okay, fine. Definitely before starting another Nevis work or any other class, please allow me to check your Revit projects.
Yes, you can leave it.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Okay then.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Good night.